Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see, the Wake Forest Demon Deacons taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Demon Deacons will kick it away to start us off. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The Hurricane offense makes its way onto the field to start this game. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
Going to try to get it himself. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground. Out of the shotgun on third down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on third down.
And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. So Wake Forest's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third down, going up top. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
And the Demon Deacons will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch. He'll come out throwing on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all of the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They're bringing heat. Finds his big tight end. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this.
Touchdown, Hurricanes! And they jump on top.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. All wideouts, no backs. On second down, looking again to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. Sweet cut there. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw, trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets to the quarterback. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Meadows. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Comes out throwing on first down. Steps away to find some room. He'll pull it down. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Buys a little extra time. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've got a terrific start from there in beautiful Miami Gardens. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between third down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen and panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the shadows of South Beach.
And the Hurricanes will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, then something can start to build.
That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Jet sweep headed to the edge. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. It'll be a draw. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. They're facing a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. After the run, now to throw. They're trying to get to it. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Wants to pass it. Buys a little time. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. Moves around to clear up the vision. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it's right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing. Good decision by the head coach here in the 4th quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Off play action. Using his feet to buy time. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. The Demon Deacons want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. And he's going to be just short of the first down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. And the Demon Deacons will snap it on 1st and 10.
Really nice timing. Nice job by the quarterback. He drops back to pass. But how about saving your best for when it matters most late in the ballgame? Biggest run of the day in a big moment.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. The Demon Deacons have their offense in high gear.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
He finds his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Coming after him. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. He'll pull it down and run. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control. The clock is their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. So runs like that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation.